Ugh. Dark rainbow. He do got a dark rainbow on his chin. Okay. Right. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
By Dejan. That's because Punch had accidentally DM'd Dejan to give him props for his reporting and his job in media on the West Coast, not understanding that other TDE members don't like Dejan for some pretty valid reasons. Dejan used to be on a podcast network called Figmunity World. Keem and Macwop was also on that network as well. While they were all working under Figmunity World, they got into it, had issues due to words said on podcast. Because of podcast beef, Dejan took it upon himself to go to social media to diss Keem parents, more specifically Keem's dead father. I'm not gonna show the actual real disses where he starts talking about maggots in graves and stuff like that, because that's just too flagrant, bro. I'm not about to play with nobody parents like that, bro. But just know he said those things. But one of the things that I can show on screen that's not as flagrant, he says Keem, who is a crack baby and dislikes me because I'm not a crack baby like him, is fantasizing about Stet choking me. And then he continued, he writes, Keem's parents' crack pipe used to stay in the fire. Shout out, laughing emoji, right? Obviously, Keem's father is deceased. You saying this about somebody's parents in general, yet alone somebody, dead parents, is like it's just absurd. Now, not dead parents, because Keem's mom is still alive. God bless her soul. But saying this about anybody parent over a podcast beef is crazy.
I'm still standing on what I said before all of this. I said this is as a casual viewer. Bro was a hazard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No. So I'm gonna you out, man. Look at, hey man, that's a hazard. Look at him crashing. That's just what that is. Right. Like, he's a overweight.
Bro, I'm running on like 1 hour of sleep and 30 hours of travel. Chill out on me. But we gotta get this content done, y'all. Yeah.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
Sugar loving, cigarette smoking.
He smoked cigarettes?
Anything. Yeah.
You are lying.
Hey, that's crazy.
Y'all got his number. You know, he'd like to tell the truth.
You like Carmelo Anthony on the right.
He do powder.
For the cigarettes, but I don't know about the.
Where you go, no truth in detail. Allegedly. Like that sometimes. You know, a lot of times, you know, they be like, the powder is definitely in the mix.
Yeah.
Allegedly. There's allegedly. Hey, yo, and if it ain't, it's all hints to the bag in the front, man. It's all, we got a disclaimer. They can refer to the disclaimer.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah. But he too. But like,
I wasn't done with my sentence. I would have said, I wasn't done with my sentence.
What's your sentence?
I would have said allegedly.
It's cool. We got the tag in the front, man. Don't trip. They can't do us like Flacco do it, point and shoot.
Yeah.
We got a tag.
Allegedly, he's bad as.
Yeah, no, that's sad.
Allegedly.
That's sad.
I don't even know where these allegedly's go.
That's sad.
And I'm not even showing the worst of it. If you guys truly seen what he said about Keem parents, y'all would ask yourself, why hasn't Keem found this dude yet? Like, it was absurd. So obviously, because, you know, Dejan has dissed Keem parents, Keem can never be cool with Dejan again. Macwop don't like Dejan because Keem is his boy. So when Dejan got a message from Punch TDE, well, you know, Dejan was excited to share that with the world. So Macwop and Keem gave Punch TDE a call and told him, hey, Dejan has been dissing Keem dead parents or dead parent. Don't rock with him. And Punch agreed, which led to Punch commenting on Twitter and apologizing to Macwop for even engaging with Dejan and messaging Dejan.
Damn.
Well, Punch TDE apologizing for hitting up Dejan on Twitter really pissed off Dejan, and this led to him leaking some messages that caused a lot of trouble for TDE. So in response to Punch TDE apologizing to Macwop for even hitting him up, you know, Dejan posted, nah, it's too late, Punch. You was already in my DMs sucking D. Don't unsuck the D now. You ain't Isaiah Rashad. And the messages he showed is essentially Punch telling Dejan, you know, that he loves his commentary on the West Coast music. He feels like his commentary is needed. They ask to be accepted by the culture, and then when the culture accepts them, they weaponize their sexuality, right? You telling a straight man as a gay dude, yeah, you know, you can't unsuck the D because he was showing you love is crazy, right? Now, to me, this don't really look bad on Punch. Like, Punch showed you love, and then Punch learned you did some really effed up stuff to his homies, so then he don't want to rock with you no more. I don't understand why in the world you would think that that's a dig. Like, I feel like everybody can understand, right? Like, you show love to somebody, you don't really understand who they are, and then when you fully get a picture of who they are, you say, I don't want nothing to do with that. So the Punch messages did nothing. But Daylight, who's, you know, I guess a TDE affiliate, a TDE adjacent artist, I don't think Daylight is officially signed to TDE. Maybe he is. But these messages from Daylight really did a number on TDE and really started the rumor mill. See, people already have confirmation bias that TDE is playing unfair in the media space and playing unfair when it comes to streams. So when Daylight DM'd Dejan, as you see right here, and Daylight is trying to
jump on this now and start telling people.
A mouthpiece for this new hip hop group he's starting. So Daylight tells Dejan Drake has Ack as his main promo guy. Kendrick Lamar, Dot has Joe Budden. Now, this is what people are like, huh? Kendrick has Joe Budden? What you mean Kendrick has Joe Budden? Like, Kendrick has Joe as what? His main promo guy? So Joe is taking payola and running like sneaky, you know, like promo for Kendrick and is spreading Kendrick Lamar's agenda and being a mouthpiece for Kendrick Lamar, and we didn't know this? So this was news to a lot of people. Now, I don't think Daylight meant this quite literally, but because people already think this, people took this and ran with it. Now, Daylight says, I'm telling you now, jump on this and start letting people know that this is the next wave of people. Start pushing it because we're about to make a super wave. He's propositioning Dejan to be the mouthpiece for him and his group, to essentially use his platform to push their agenda and be their mouthpiece and run narratives on behalf of them. And when he says Drake has academics, Kendrick has Joe Budden, people like, hold on, Joe been running narratives and pushing agendas for Kendrick Lamar. Wait, what are you saying? And this caused a huge media storm where people like in droves.
Y'all are so fucking easy, bro.
Came on social media, including academics, and reacted to this and couldn't believe what they were seeing. One user says, dumbass Daylight just confirmed Joe Budden was on Kendrick's payroll. Another user says, laugh my ass off. Nasty work. Somebody says the Joe Budden podcast just got exposed for engaging in paid agenda-based narratives.
Easy.
We'll be dropping a part 2 next week.
Clip farming.
You're not going to want to miss this one. Somebody says Dot has who? Somebody says the bots losing control. TDE getting exposed. One person reposted academics talking about this. Now, academics' whole thing is that he don't believe that Kendrick is doing this himself. He believes that if Joe Budden is being paid or receiving some type of incentive to run Kendrick Lamar's promo and spread his agenda, then it's probably Kojo who's doing it. Now, my perspective is I don't think Joe is doing this for the money if Joe is doing this. I believe that if Joe is doing this, it's because Joe has an incentive to undermine Drake because Joe dislikes Drake for whatever reason. And Joe's probably doing this for the relationship, if anything, right? I don't think Joe is getting paid to spread agenda. I feel like if Joe is spreading an agenda for Kendrick Lamar, one is because of the relationship, and two is because of his hatred for Drake and nothing else.
Don't know, and I think you'd have to ask Joe that. I do want to also say, and I've said this before, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is running his promo. I did tell y'all, though, the best guy that does digital, his name is Kojo. I've worked with him before. He just only works with TDE now. He solely works with TDE. That's the guy that Drake was trying to find. Drake couldn't find the nigga, bro, at all. Drake spent $100,000 to find the nigga in a civil lawsuit. Couldn't find him. That's crazy. That guy is by far the best digital guy in music. I think he works straight for PG Lang at this point, right? So they probably have him on a multi-million-dollar budget per year. That person, and I've worked with him a lot. I've done a bunch of campaigns with him. Knowing him, I could see them doing something with Joe. He's a very he thinks outside the box. Most labels come to you and they're like, "Could you post this for this money?" He's very next level with, let's get this relationship, incentivize it obviously with some money, but we're going to go off your likes, your taste. We're just sweetening the pot.
Because of the media storm, essentially, saying that TDE got exposed for paying off Joe Budden, Daylight was forced to release a public statement, and Daylight says there is no language or verbiage that suggests any public figure was compensated for personal promotion. Any implication of such is a misunderstanding. Daylight don't even talk like this. This has to be a PR guy, bro, or like, oh no, we see like the dash. This is ChatGPT. This is crazy. This man, hold on, bro. You use ChatGPT. Yo, if you want to know if a statement is ChatGPT, if you see these dashes right here, it's ChatGPT. So Daylight goes. The reality is far more straightforward. Individuals have exercised their own judgment.
I always delete the dashes, yeah.
And chosen positions that align with their personal perspectives and interests within the culture. It is also important to acknowledge the era we are in. The new generation has cultivated a unique dynamic within the culture, one where audiences often engage with intermediaries and commentary before directly engaging with the original creator. This shift has redefined how again, this is ChatGPT, right? So what Dejan did was Dejan said, oh, word? Okay. I'm not done with you yet. So Dejan decided he was going to leak messages between himself and Daylight. More messages, right? So one of the messages that Dejan leaked is this right here, where like they're talking trash about the rappers who are on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, right? So Dejan says, I even seen someone tweet that Casey Veggies was going to be like the next Lupe Fiasco and a huge star in hip hop, but he started rapping over West Coast party beats like Backflip. And Daylight says, it's sad, man. All them ninjas from Dot album flopped, LOL. Dot is able to get away with it because he already made real rap albums. So he just said right here that GNX is like not a real rap album. So somebody who is like as close to TDE's camp as Daylight essentially just admit that GNX, who people is complimenting for the rapping ability, is not a real rap album. He don't rate GNX as a great album because it's, like he consider it as some type of BS West Coast, like boopity bop stuff. He don't consider GNX as a real rap album, but people consider GNX a classic already, which is, again, talking too much. Daylight was hella comfortable, bro. He's sending this dude voice messages. He's saying, laugh my A off. I'm trying to tell you, these ninjas are trash for the most part. Dr. Seuss, ABC 123. Well, Dejan is saying that, and then Daylight responded back with, God in Jesus heaven. Oh my God, bro. Caught in 4K. Now, it doesn't stop here. The next part is kind of BS. So, Dejan, after dissing people's dead parents, I guess he's taking advantage of people not knowing the history or the lore as to why Keem and Macwap and them don't like him. Dejan then took to a Twitter space where he's claiming that he was sexually harassed by Keem, Macwap, and other people at Community World. Now, here's the sneaky stuff he did, right? A lot of people may not be familiar with this dynamic. So Community World is owned by AD, T-Rail, Pun. None of those dudes are TDE. But Dejan would claim that TDE is harassing him and that he's suing TDE for a hostile workplace. But the workplace was not owned by TDE, so how could you sue TDE? So he's taking advantage of people naive.
Dumbass. This nigga is basically trying to say, I'm going to sue the company, but the company doesn't exist.
Also refusing to acknowledge that he started this by dissing people's dead parents.
I'll be suing Top Dog Entertainment as a whole. as a company because it's multiple of their employees that I keep having this issue with. And again, I'm on camera sitting in their faces asking them to stop, and it continued to go on. I also, really quick, I wanted to speak to how I wanted to tie it back to that $48 million sexual misconduct lawsuit. I want to tie it all together because it's making sense now that I'm sitting here thinking about it in retrospect. The sexual harassment I have been going through at the hands of TDE employees for the past 2 years, it makes sense that they are being accused of sexually harassing and sexual misconduct and sexual assault against women that were working for them as well. Wow. It just goes hand in hand. It speaks to the culture and the psyche of the TDE offices, the TDE studios, the
Wake it
TDE
up.
employees. Like you're just able, it's a free for all. You can do whatever you want to do. Imagine two Sprite employees or two Pepsi employees or two General Mills employees sitting on camera for 2 years using gay slurs and hate speech towards a gay man. That's a lawsuit. And so that's why I've decided moving forward, I will be taking this into a legal matter. This has become a legal situation. That is my decision as of today. I've asked them to stop many times. I sat down with the owners of Fig Community World and asked them to stop. I've been sexually harassed by 2 TD employees nonstop.
Dejan ain't suing nobody, but Dejan has threatened to sue No Jumper. He's threatened to sue almost everybody. He's never filed. He's not suing a goddamn person. Okay, he can't even afford it. That's the first thing. Secondly, what are you suing for? They hurt your feelings. Like, what are you suing for exactly? They hurt your feelings, right? Like Mac Wap and Keen, like we're never W2 employees for Community World, bro. All right, they came and did like guest appearances. So like I don't like, and Dejan himself was never a W2 employee, right?
Playlist. Yo, let me know how y'all feel about this topic in the comment sections down below. Make sure to watch Poetic Flacco's original video. Definitely in for sure. Overall, I feel as if there's some bullshit. This nigga just wants some views. Dejan, Mustard. I put the new 4Gs on the Jeep. I'm dropping to the body bottoms is underneath. Face ass boy. He do it like DJ Mustard. Dejan Mustard had a baby. Oh no, let me get up out of here. But make sure you click that link in the description down below. Get out of debt today. Make sure you click that link. Student loans, credit card debt, and medical bills can get it all taken care of today. Click that link down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to check out any other videos that I have posted. Otherwise, this is a good one. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. Peace out.